Hi. Well, welcome to my Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. Fantastic. I'm so glad you're joining me. And so this evening I have for you a last minute Christmas card idea that's easy and elegant using the Shepherd's Care stamp set. And so let me first introduce myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 23 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. Okay, let me pull up chat over here. Fantastic. And let's have a closer look at the Shepherd's Care stamp set. There we go. So last minute, because a friend asked me to make Christmas cards. It's getting to be a little late in the season for that. I went, uh-oh. And so he's a man of deep, deep faith. And I thought, oh, the Shepherd's Care would be perfect for him. And oh my goodness, Miss Bonnie is already giving my video a thumbs and a share. Thank you. And for everyone else watching, if you would be so kind to do the same thing, that would be awesome. And that just helps out. And then he's a widow, so I didn't want to make him real girly or anything, right? So I didn't do any embellishments. So it's a clean and simple card, but it got his approval, and I'm excited to show it to you. And Miss Adelaide is here. Fantastic. So we will start with a little bit of die cutting. And since I designed this, here's some information. The deckled rectangles dies, or is it deckled rectangles dies. These were added to the last chance list released today, and in the US discounted from, I believe, 30 only to 18. I'm going to really miss these. Hello, Miss Danette. And so, let me show you. So these you can go ahead and pick up in my online store before they get gone. I'm like, oh no, I'm so glad I get to do this before they disappear on us. So like I said, those were normally 30, only 18. And look at these fantastic dies. And then we have the Shepherd's Care stamp set. Okie dokie. All right. So I have my dies stored. Oh, Miss Patricia's here. I have my dies stored on one of these magnet cards from Stampin Storage, a separate company. And boy, I just love these, how they keep everything so organized for me. They're super strong. How nice is this? Instead of that thin piece of cardboard with the tape trying to get them back on there. And then I slide them into one of these storage pockets that make it really easy for me to leaf right through them. Love them, love them, love them. And then I keep the name of it in here, you know, that comes with it. I keep that in there too. And even if there are two sets or decorative masks, they all fit into these pockets really easily. So you'll want to follow my link under the video to them or scan this QR code because you want to make sure you get the pockets and not the sleeves. So what I need is my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, Miss Roxanne is here too. Okay, so I've got my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, a wonderful, wonderful tool, and it folds up, so easy storage. Let's do this. And so I'm going to build now what's called a sandwich. And so you need to start with either plate number 1 and plate number 2 that comes with it, or you can pick this up like I did on Amazon, and this just makes my life so much easier. I don't need to use tape to keep the dies in place. And so regardless of what you use, you need a plate number 3. There we go. And then our cardstock. And I have some basic white cardstock because we'll be stamping right on this. Okay. And my deckled circles. The deckled circles, that was a slip of the tongue, but they are being retired too. It's like, oh no. And are those in low inventory? Something was in low inventory. Uh-oh. Think it was them. And so, you know, being in low inventory, they're not discounted. Okay, is this the right one? This is not the right one. Okay. Let me make sure I get the right one. All right. And then we'll use the largest for the next layer because I'm going to do 2 layers. Oop. Okay. And so that raised edge, that's the cutting edge. We place that down and see how the magnet plate holds those dies in place so they don't scoot off. Oh, Miss Denise is here. Hello from Florida. All right. And so this card is so simple. And because I'm making them for a friend, I need to do the inside. So I'm going to even stamp the inside today. Yeah, don't pass out. Okay. Because I tend to leave mine blank so I can use them however I want. All right. And so what I have here is boho blue cardstock and the largest frame. And there we go. You know, and I could have just done this without the die cutting. But boy, I just like what it added to it for a card that was just really simple, but simply striking. It's a pretty set. Okay. And so see, right back on these magnet cards. Love them, love them, love them. And if you haven't picked those up yet from Stampin' Storage, you will too. They're nice and thick and heavy, but strong, strong magnets. Okay, so we've got our layers cut. And you know what? I'm doing a lot of stamping and opportunities to, I'm using what, 6 stamps? Opportunities to get my fingers into the ink, either from the ink pad or from the acrylic block. So what I'm sliding on here are my stamping sleeves. My mom and I came up with these because I was tired of messing up all of my cards, and with a quick swipe, the ink is on these and not anywhere else, and they're nice and small so they don't overheat us. We don't need to be extra warm. And so you can pick those up at www.stampingsleeves.com, and that link is under the video too. All right, so what I have here is the Pebbled Path Classic Stampin' Pad. Now this is one of the 2325 in colors, and it'll be retiring, as well as that boho blue. They're in that same group. So that's something to think about, you know, picking up if you haven't yet, because this is a beautiful color before they hit the last chance list. And then even things start selling out before then. So whenever my stamp is bigger than my pad, I take my pad to the stamp instead of the other way around. So, and you know, a friend and I, we were talking, and she's just that every time we have a shepherd scene, everything's in blue, right? Especially Night of Navy for a night scene. So I thought, okay, let me think about this. And this color is just so rich. So I started with the Pebbled Path. And isn't he beautiful? So not as harsh as black. And that just looks really good. Another thing we talked about this, and sorry if anyone did this, it's not meant to be, but it always looked odd because, you know, we thought he was looking off into the city, that it, you know, as she called it, the floating city. So instead, see, it's small, so we'll come down here and it's in the distance. That smallness shows that instead of it floating up. Wow, that was odd. Okay, and then the star. That is one nice big star. So I need to make 30 of these. Well, you know, I've got my sample in this one, so 28 more. Started cutting for that last night. And what's nice is really a last minute card that you can do. You don't need a lot of different supplies. You may have things on hand already. And if not, easy to order and get and be able to start stamping. Okay, so inside, I don't think I'm going to use this inside. I'm going to go ahead and close it, because if I don't, and so that's where I pick up ink, so a quick swipe. Okay, so we've got the boho blue and a little strip. So we'll go ahead and pick this up, slide that in, and I chose Peace on Earth. If I don't do a good job, you know what? I've got another piece over here, and I have the opposite side. Well, I did have another piece. All right, so let's just do a good job so I don't need to try to find that. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more closer to me, which isn't necessarily the best thing on the camera, but so, oh, look at that. No sweat. So let's put this together and then we'll do the inside. I mentioned that today they released the last chance products list, and they were products from the September through December, the holiday catalog, as well as online exclusives and some other past catalogs. And when I sent my email out this morning, I wrote in it discounts up to 60%. I did that, and the PDF, I got out there quickly, and then I went through and started looking more closely, finding some things I think to point out. There are discounts up to 80% off. Like, oh my goodness, some really, really deep discounts. So then on here, and you know what? I just kept using my Stampin' seal, and an inch in each corner, because there's no texture, there's no ribbon, there's nothing stopping this from just having a good hold. So that boho blue and pebbled path, pretty sharp together, isn't it? You know what? I'm seeing that my video's freezing a little bit, which doesn't thrill me, but I did reset the modem, and who knows? And so then I'm going to put this on a base of boho blue. So keeping the color combination pretty simple. And if you're joined us a little bit late, hey, please give my video a thumbs up and a share, and of course say hello. Oh, Miss Adelaide loves the colors. Yeah, so you know what? To my friend, I still use blue, and some other colors might have been good, but I just kept thinking Guy, and I decided this we will pop up. But instead, I'm going to use mini dimensionals, because this isn't a very big piece. And I've got my Take Your Pick tool, because then I don't have to be concerned about them sticking out. This is going to help me go quicker for this last minute Christmas card, because I have to get these to him so he can get them out. He's going to be mailing some of these. So these little mini Stampin' Dimensionals are saving time for me, instead of me being oh so careful how I get them. And then right about here, and there we go, with that side. Oh, Miss Danette. Oh, okay. Well, I'm so glad you like my color combination. Fantastic. So 30 of these won't be a problem, huh? Now you could keep all that straight. So you have to let me know if you like the deckled edge, or if you would have preferred all the lines just to be straight. And so for inside, I've got some more basic white cardstock. And whenever you're stamping on white cardstock, you absolutely want to use the Stampin' Up! Basic white cardstock, because it has a smooth, tight finish to give you crisp, clean images. And so, what's nice about this stamp set? You've got the shepherd, and then you have, to make this for all seasons, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, Psalms 147:3. So you could use this for encouragement for a friend, or, a sympathy card, right? Okay, so, but for the greeting inside, I will use the praying that you will feel the Good Shepherd's care in this season and throughout the coming year. I thought, oh, that's really nice. So I don't know, what would you have done? I sat there and thought about it, and I thought, well, I stamped that in boho blue. Do I stamp the sentiment in boho blue? But I decided to do pebble path. So you have to let me know what you think about that. What would you do? Would you keep it coordinated with the greeting, or go with the pebbled path too? So here we go. Voila. But we're not done. I've got one other little thing to do on the inside. And should have done that before this went on with the dimensionals. So if this doesn't turn out well, we'll know why. That was not bright. The boho blue, back with that. Oh, okay, Miss Roxanne likes the deckled. Yeah, it just took this simple card in my mind and dressed it up a little bit more, but they're going away. So make sure you pick them up in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And let's do this. So this is the Wonderful Counselor, Prince of Peace, Mighty God, Everlasting Father. Isn't that beautiful? So that's something we can use year round too. Oh, I did okay, even though it was up on dimensionals. So a nice little touch for the inside. And I like the blue on blue, the subtle, and then I don't need to cut another piece and adhere that in with Stampin' Seal. And so tomorrow, after my video is done uploading in HD, I will have a link to my blog post that will include the measurements as well as a downloadable PDF for you. And so you can come back here and find that link, or go to my blog, www.stampingsmiles.com, to find it as well. And there we go. I don't know what happened to that earlier. So there we go. A simple last-minute Christmas card that is elegant. Easy and elegant, and I think the people getting them will be quite pleased. All right, so I told you about the last chance list. Seriously, get on over to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, to check out those discounts up to 50% off. And of course, everything's available only while supplies last, because these have all been deemed last chance, or what we would think of as retiring. And they have a couple other things over there just released today. Some designer series paper that they recolored in a new scheme. And you may like some of those. Go, ooh, and those are while supplies last. And a couple new kits. Oh, some really cute little treats. And cherry blossoms, I think. Adorable little things. But that perpetual calendar looks really nice. And that would make a great gift for Christmas. As well as the birthday card organizer, if it's still there, they've got that down 50% off. Oh my goodness. So you definitely want to get on over to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, to look at all the great discounts in the that perpetual calendar and the birthday card organizer. Great Christmas gifts. And the birthday card organizer comes with, I think, 12 cards. So pretty nice. 6 are great for masculine. The other ones are quite feminine. So this was, yeah, like I said, a last minute card. That was the plan. And, oh, the chat. I don't know. I might be missing something. Let's see. All right. Let's just go ahead and put this up so you can see that too. Oh, Miss Roxanne, thank you. Oh, Miss Carla, thank you. Oh, and Miss Danette. Oh, you all are so sweet. You know, but this set is so awesome that it's easy to do. Okay. I don't know what happened to, oh, there we go. It popped in. Okay. Because I was putting the chat up so I can see and you all can see as well. So anyway, that Shepherd's Care, that's available to order. So everything I use, unless I tell you otherwise, like the magnet cards and the pockets, are available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. Do you think I've said that enough? And so I told you everything, right? The link to the measurements tomorrow. Yep, and the last chance list. Well, thank you, Miss Bonnie B. Go check out those discounts. Don't let something get away, and you'll be amazed. And a lot of the online exclusives, so that means things are going to get really refreshed too. So, all right, it's early, but it's that time of evening where I say thank you for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good evening, and God bless.